We lit, we live. We lit, we live. I'm gonna be real. I think this is the earliest I ever went live. We lit, we live. Let's see who pull up. See who pull up and put it in park. We lit, we live, man. Prayers up, blessings up. See who pull up in here, man. What they do, man? Deborah, what's popping? Punch, what they do, God? Yurkowski, what's good? Chantel, what's good, Queen? Randy, prayers up, blessings up. My name is Jabez El Israel, man. I got a goal to help over 1 million people get down to their natural body size and stay there for life. I just put a post up about pancakes. Now, I'm going to be real. These pancakes right here are definitely a hood classic, and they probably a classic across all homes in America. Let me ask y'all a question, man, and keep it real. If you ever had these pancakes, drop a yes in the chat. Let me see who pull up in here, man. We about to get this thing going. I'm going somewhere with this, man. If you ever had these type of pancakes right here, remember back in the days, they used to be called Aunt Jemima pancakes. Farmer, what they do, man. Trey, I see you, Queen. John, what's good, John? Okay, Chandel know what time it is. Yeah, if you ever had these, okay, John, what's good? Joy know what time it is with these. You see, they changed it to Pearl Millings, but these used to be called Aunt Jemima pancakes. And why I like them, because all you got to do is just add water. You know what I mean? Simple. You know what I mean? You got the powder in there. You add the water. You whip that thing up, drop it, and they come out fluffy, nice. You know what I mean? You can make them thick. You can make them thinner. However you want to do it. You just drop the water in there. So I always thought that was a great thing. But if you don't know me, I lost 100 pounds, right? Oh, hold on. Hold on 1 second. I lost 100 pounds. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So what happened was, we used to eat these pancakes every day for breakfast. Well, not every day, but we used to eat a hot breakfast at least 4 days a week. This was me in 2014. So I lost 100 pounds, but I did it still eating the foods that I like to eat. And so on this live, I'm going to give an example of exactly what I'm talking about. I had to stop eating these pancakes. You know what I mean? So this is Cooking and Thinking Thursdays, and we about to get it in. Now on Cooking and Thinking Thursdays, we cook, but we also think. Because what I realized along the way was, as I started losing weight and I was trying different things to get the weight off, it hit me when I was about 32, 33, I'm 41 now. It hit me that I lived over 30 years of my life without knowing what was in most of the food I was eating. I remember when it hit me. It hit the way it hit me, you might be able to relate. It hit me, it reminded me of the dope game. Like how people go on the street and get dope and then just take it and don't even know what's in it. When it hit me, let me show you what I'm talking about. So one of the reasons why I was able to lose 100 pounds is I started paying attention to the ingredients. So okay, let me ask y'all a question and keep it real. If you eat these pancakes, drop a yes in the chat. Let me see who pulled up in here, man. I'm going to be answering some questions on this live. I'm going to make these pancakes. We're going to be talking about my new weight loss reprogram that we're launching, weight loss community. It's going to be lit, man. Greta, what's good? Okay, Greta, what's Nikki? I'm about to help y'all. Listen, if anybody got to go to lose weight and you're dropping a yes right now and saying that you eat these pancakes, I'm about to give you some game that if you do it, you'll see the weight will start coming off you, especially if you eat pancakes once or twice a week, like how we used to do. Zach, what they do, man? North Carolina in the building. AMG, what's popping? Mary, what's good? Miss Smith, what's up, Miss Smith? I see you. Jess, what's good? Okay, Carol. All right, so check it. This is what I noticed when I started paying attention to the ingredients. First off, I used to always just look at this part. I used to pay attention to the calories mostly in food, but along the way, I started looking at the ingredients. First thing you're gonna see in here is bleached, enriched flour. So you see it say enriched bleached flour. Then you'll see in parentheses, it says bleached wheat flour in parentheses. Now, I don't know why that didn't throw up a big red flag for me back in the days. Because it say right here, it say bleached. The first thing it say enriched. So enriched, when I learned about it, it's a process, and I'm about to explain that in a second. But enriched to me sound good. Like when I see the word enriched, it sound good. Like if something is enriched, to me that's common sense. It's common sense that enriched means good, right? Am I tripping? Let me know if it makes sense to you. Like if you hear the word enriched, if you feel like it is a good thing, drop a yes in the chat. If you feel like enriched sounds bad, put bad. If you feel like it sounds good, put good. Which one do you think? Do you think enriched sounds good or bad? I see the yeses. I know I told you two different things, but I'm just going off the top. I see the yeses. Good, good, good. I'm so enriched sounds good. Because it's like if somebody come into my life and enrich my life, that's fantastic. So enriched, okay, when I seen enriched, I get how that, could go over my head. But the bleached, I don't know why the bleached never threw up a big red flag to me until I was in my 30s. I'm 41. It took me 30 years to look at that word bleach. Like bleach. Like, okay, so like you bleached the wheat plant? You bleached the like what I use to clean my whites in the laundry, bleach. So that's a thing. But it says it right here. So it shows you right here. Enriched, bleached flour. All right, so bleached wheat flour. Then it say, so now the enrichment process, right? This is what if you got a goal to lose weight, this is going to help you, right? Let me ask y'all a question, because I talk about enriched foods all the time. Let me ask y'all a question so I can see who specifically I can help on this live, because we're about to get into it. If you are unfamiliar, Clotilde, what's going on, Clotilde? Clotilde, I just seen you register for the reprogram for the presentation. Is love. Let me just go ahead and say this too, because what we're doing, I'm launching the Eat What You Love and Weigh Less reprogram. So I'm doing a presentation on the 10th, and in this presentation, I'm going to break down how this reprogram can change your life forever and help you get down to your natural body size and stay there for life without giving up the foods that you love. It's a weight loss community. It's going to be so dope. We got a meal plan. It's the whole thing. So the presentation is to basically, give game and get you to see how I can help you through the reprogram. So if you want to register, spaces are limited, but we're marketing it now. So you can go to the link underneath my profile picture on all platforms. You click that link and you can go in there and register. And just make sure to show up on time. It's at 6:30 p.m. on the 10th. You might want to show up early, because once all the spots are filled up, we can only get so many people on the Zoom. That's it. So, if you want to register, feel free. But let me ask y'all this. If you're unfamiliar with bug eyes, I appreciate that, man. I lost 30 pounds and gained it back. I know how that goes. I know just how that goes. The book, so if you want to grab the book, I got the link right up underneath my profile picture as well. You'll see it on my link tree. You'll see our website link. If you want to grab it, feel free. It's all love. So look, when it comes to enriched food, let me ask y'all. If you're unfamiliar with enriched food and its relationship to weight gain, drop a yes in the chat. Sherry, I just seen you register for the presentation. It's all love. I'm looking forward to seeing you in there. If you're unfamiliar with enriched food and its relationship to weight gain, drop a yes in the chat. Okay, Farmer. Okay, Farmer. Check this out. Keyshawn, check this out, Farmer. This is going to help you right here, especially if you're trying to lose weight. Vanessa, I just seen you register for the presentation. It's all love. Vibe, and I seen Sasha. Okay. I see the yeses dropping. Joy, what's good? Lynette. All right, so listen, Miss Clark, let me show you. So this one right here, I'm telling you, if you just make this one change starting this week, and if you stay consistent with this, you're gonna have to pay attention. But if you stay consistent with this, I'm telling you, you'll start losing weight within the first week, and you'll still be eating the same things, but you'll stop eating the enriched grains. So here's what the enrichment process is. Anytime you see enriched, so the main ingredient in this pancake mix right here is flour. I'm seeing the presentation of registrations. Brenda, I just seen you registered. It's all love. They rolling in too fast for me to keep up. Let me just get this thought out. So when you read the ingredients, the first thing you see is enriched bleached flour. So that's the most ingredient out of all the ingredients. The first ingredient that you see when you read an ingredient, it goes by weight. So the one that has the most weight is the first ingredient they put in the ingredients, which is also very important to note. Whatever you're buying that has ingredients, the most weight, the most amount of weight is going to be the first ingredient, and then it goes in order of weight after that, from most to least. So the most of this is flour. So the enrichment, flour can be enriched, all right? Rice can be enriched. Grains can be enriched. Cornmeal, grits, all of these things can be enriched. But I like to really focus on flour because I didn't really think about how many things flour made for real. Like, cause I wasn't a baker. Like I don't bake bread. Like I wasn't making like tortilla shells. You know what I mean? Like I never made pasta from scratch. You see what I'm saying? Like macaroni noodles. I would just go get it from the store. So I wasn't really thinking about the fact that it's made with flour. Donuts, pastries, muffins, cakes. You see what I'm saying? Pop-Tarts, pizza. All of these things, the main ingredient is flour. 9 out of 10 times when it's pre-made, which is sad and scary, it's made with enriched flour. Now, this is what the enrichment process is. It's a process where they go into the germ of the grain. There's a germ inside of all grains. It's the soft part. It's where the life of the grain is. It's where the B vitamins and natural nutrients reside. And so the problem is that it spoils, and that's not a problem, but for farmers that were dealing with an issue of like losing their crops because they didn't sell it fast enough. So, and then on top of that, the bugs, they only eat the germ out of the grain. Bugs love the germ of a grain. They go right in there and they eat the germ out, and that's it. They don't touch the rest. And so you can lose a crop to spoilage or bugs. And so in the 40s, late 40s, early 50s, right after World War II, a scientist came up with the enrichment process, and it was adopted heavily, especially in America. So what happened, how it works is it's a chemical process where they remove the germ from the grain. So that soft part that spoils, it gets removed. All that's left is an empty grain with no life in it. So what they do is they replace the natural nutrients with synthetic nutrients. And they call it fortify the grain. Because they say, look, we got to replace the nutrients that was lost during the enrichment process. But these nutrients are synthetic. They've been extracted from somewhere and brought through a process of chemistry down to a powder form, and then they add that to the flour. And so you can see it right here in the ingredients. You can see the synthetic ingredients right here because they put it right here. Niacinamide, reduced iron, thiamine mononitrate, riboflavin, folic acid. Those are the synthetic ingredients they add. They was in their natural form inside that germ before they were removed. Now, one of the side effects of eating enriched grains is weight gain because our bodies don't break down the synthetic powder the same way as those natural nutrients that was inside the grain. Good news. Let me show you. I can show you better. Here go the good news. Because when I learned this, all I did was make this switch. I didn't stop eating bread. I didn't stop eating pancakes. I didn't stop eating pasta. I just stopped eating all of these things made with the enriched flour. And I went to the ones made with natural flour, or I made it myself. This is an example of the enriched flour right here. So the main ingredient in this pancake mix is this flour. All right. This, you see right here on the bag, it says all-purpose enriched bleached flour. Takoya, I just seen you join the presentation. It's all love. I've been seeing them rolling in. It's love. I'm looking forward to it, man. It's going to be lit. This weight loss community going to be lit. But anyway, so look. You see right here in the ingredients, it say bleached wheat flour, niacin, iron, thiamine mononitrate, riboflavin, folic acid. All you want to see in flour is wheat, the type of wheat plant being used. When our ancestors was eating flour, right, and our ancestors was making bread, They grew the wheat in the field, huh? They grabbed it, shook it off, the grain fell off, they let it dry out, huh? They grinded it into a powder on a stone. Bam, and that's flour. All you need to see in flour is the type of grain being used. Notice that's not all you see in them ingredients. There's a lot of chemical synthetic nutrients in here. Now, here, good news. It's rare I find a store that don't have a flour in it that's natural. And if you can't find a natural flour in the store, you can get it online. This is an example of a natural flour. Now they sell it like it's pizza flour. It don't matter, man. I'm gonna show you right now. I'm about to use this flour to make pancakes. I've used this flour to make cookies. But my wife just made banana nut bread with it. We done made tortillas, naan bread, everything with this flour. So it don't matter. So what I'm saying, right, when you look at the ingredients, all you seeing here is hard red wheat flour and soft wheat flour. See the difference? So when I made the switch from eating products made with this flour to eating products made with this type of flour, I didn't start eating less food. I wasn't counting calories. I didn't do none of that. I just made the switch. And weight started coming off me like this, man. It was a trip. If that made sense, I hope that helped. It was a lot of people that said they didn't know what enriched food was. If I broke that down and made it make sense to you, drop a yes in the chat. I can't see anything. You're too far off to the side. I'm sorry about that, Cheryl. I'm going live on 5 different phones. I apologize if I don't get everything on every phone. I'm doing my best. I see the yeses dropping. Lynette, what they do? Tyrone, what's good? Oh man, all love. So look, here's the deal. The only, how do I say this? How do I say this? I genuinely believe, not only do I believe it, this is a fact, but it's a whole nother topic. I'm not going to go into the details of it, but we are in an information age right now, and the most valuable thing right now on planet Earth is data. By far, the most valuable thing right now on planet Earth for the human species is data. Now, that's a trip. When I learned about it, it blew my mind. Oh, way more valuable than oil, diamonds, platinum, gold. Data. Information. So, what I just gave you was some data. It's some information about enriched foods. Now, the only way to know if this data, if this information is valuable or not, is to apply it. So this is what I'm always saying. And I'm about to cook these pancakes in a second. You got to get on the scale. If you got to go, let me ask y'all a question, man. If you got to go to lose weight, right? Drop a yes in the chat. Let me see who I can help on this live specifically when it comes to weight loss. If you got to go to lose weight, if you like to, get down to your natural body size, you kind of been struggling with it, drop a yes in the chat. Letitia, I see you, queen. Okay, MK, what's popping? Nadia, what's good? And you know what's scary? Over 70% of America's overweight. That's the crazy thing about it. Alicia, what's good? David, what's good? Bam, what's good? I feel like I'm just doing my part because, if you got to look around, this is what I'm saying. If you're overweight, I don't think it's your fault. I don't think it was my fault that I got overweight. I used to think like that. I used to beat myself up about it. I don't know if you can relate. I used to feel like, man, you don't know how to control yourself. Selena, I just seen you join the presentation. It's love. I'm looking forward to seeing you in there. I felt like I lacked discipline. Like I would get down on myself about it. But it's not a coincidence. Almost 80% of this country is overweight. It's by design. And what's really funny, when I went, and I talk about this in my coaching more, I go into more detail. When you go into the store, right, and you start to really pay attention and you learn these principles that we're going to be going over in this live, and in my reprogramming and the weight loss community and my coaching and everything, this is what I'm doing, this is what I do. And you start to go in the store and pay attention, you'll notice that like 80% of the options, 75 to 80% of the options lead to weight gain. But good news, 20 to 25% of the option will lead you away from weight gain. And so when you look at the percentage, it match right up with the amount of people that's overweight in this country. Blew my mind when I learned that. Hold on one second. Hold on, I got my nose running. Blew my mind when I connected that dot. My nose is running. Hold up. So, you know, don't beat yourself up about it. Good news is there's options available. You know, like I said, I lost the weight eating. Tasha Carter, I just seen the order come through. Is love. Chandel, I seen you just join the presentation. Is love. I lost the weight. I need to lose 60 pounds. So Karen, first thing I want you to do, I hope that you just heard what I was talking about with the enriched foods. Sometimes it's hard sometimes it's, you know, it could be kind of like overload of information. Sometimes it's best to just focus on one thing. When I just was talking about the enriched food, do that. Go take inventory of what you got, because you got to look at your bread, you got to look at your pasta, look at your rice, look at your grits, look at everything, and then go find options available that weren't made with enriched grains. Find the ones made with natural grains, and if you can't find it pre-made, go on YouTube, look up videos how to make it, and make it yourself with the right ingredients, with the natural grain, and watch what I tell you. If you're like me and you like bread and rice and pasta and all of that, you'll see within the first week, your weight will start coming down. Still eating what you like. So that's a great place to start. I eat a lot of carbs. There you go. Do that, queen. And trust me when I say you'll start to see that weight coming down. All right, so look. Now, I'm about to make these pancakes from scratch. So let me get into this real fast. So I need 2 1/4 cups of flour. So I'm gonna use this type of flour right here for these pancakes. We're gonna get this thing going. It's Cooking and Thinking Thursdays. You know what I mean? Shout out everybody that pulled up. Shout out everybody that's gonna be coming to the Eat What You Love and Way Less presentation, where I'll be showing you how our Eat What You Love and Way Less reprogram is the key to getting you down to your natural body size and staying there for life while still eating the foods that you love to eat. So our reprogram is going to be lit, man. It's a process where it's a 28-day process, and this is what I take all of my coaching clients through one-on-one. We do 1 call a week. We have daily accountability work. Easy though, 15 minutes. This isn't hard. My whole thing is making things as easy as possible. We're already busy. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to be your guide because it's really not that hard, but we go through. So it's a reprogramming, because here's the thing. We do 1 call a week. It lasts a month. By the end of the month, I'm guaranteeing you're going to lose between 5 to 10 pounds or more. You know, most of my clients, they lose between 7 and 15 pounds in 30 days. And, but I hold you accountable to the accountability work. So if you're not ready to be held accountable, this ain't for you, because we're going to hold you accountable. But as long as you do the accountability, we got a private Facebook community. We got a weight loss platform with educational modules. You got access to replays and videos, and we got a meal plan. We got weight loss resources. Man, I'm telling you, it's going to be lit. I'm going to be doing Cooking and Thinking as a group. Everybody gets the recipe, and we all cook it just like this, but we'll be cooking it together on a Zoom. You feel me? Because it's important to know how to put these flavors together. So anyways, the point I'm trying to make is we getting that thing going. We busy. Join the presentation is love. All right, so look, I'm getting sidetracked. My bad, y'all. Let me get this thing going. So we're gonna do 2 1/4 cups of flour. 1. 2. I'm making more than what I need right now, but just for the sake of this live. Because what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna post. I'm gonna post a video that I'm gonna finish up during this live, and I'm gonna put this recipe on that video. So if you want to get this recipe, you'll be able to. It's all love. So no, matter of fact, it's 2 1/4 cups. I need a little bit more flour. Cause like I say, one thing that I had to do was I had to reprogram myself. I've been programmed And so have you. All of us are being programmed all the time, man. Programming is a very valuable thing to study and learn. You know, so you could identify the programs that are getting ran on you, and so you can identify how to reprogram yourself, and so you can identify how to program others to your advantage. Programming is real, and the more you learn about it, the more you see it's a double-edged sword, and it could be used for good or bad. It's like Star Wars. You know what I mean? Like, you could use it for the good or the bad. I choose to use it for the good, but it's powerful, and we're all being programmed. And so I had to reprogram my mind to want to choose food that's good for me first, food that I'm compatible with first, and then figure out how to make it taste good. So that's my program now. And I went through a process to reprogram my mind to want to do that. Because here's the good news. I'm still eating chicken. I don't eat it really anymore, but I lost 80 pounds still eating chicken, steak, fish. Now, if I do want animal flesh, it's fish for the most part. But if I want chicken, I'll eat it, but I barely ever do. But that's just where I'm at now. But I was eating pasta, rice, bread, cookies, cakes, snacks, all that. But before, I was programmed to choose food based strictly on what I had a taste for. You see what I'm saying? So it would be like, what are we eating for dinner? Or I got a taste for burger and fries. All right, let's go to Burger King, and boom, we go. Or, I got a taste for pizza, and we go get pizza. I got a taste for, I want some fish and chips, and we go get some fish and chips, or we make them. You feel me? I want some Chinese food. We'll go get, you already know let me ask y'all a question, man. When you get Chinese food, what's the main thing you get from a Chinese restaurant? Keep it real. Let me ask y'all a question. I'm going somewhere with this one. This is random, but let me ask y'all a question. What's the main thing you get from a Chinese restaurant? Drop it in the chat and keep it real. Fried rice, okay. Fried rice, egg rolls is the main thing you get. Okay, shrimp fried rice, okay. Noodles, okay. Chicken, there go the chicken. Okay. King po chicken, fried rice. Okay. Wings. There go the wings. Chicken and fried rice. I hate to say it's Jill Nixon. I just seen the order come through as low. I hate to say it, but because I see someone put King Pao chicken. I was just thinking about this the other day. Like, I would be real. I feel like every Chinese restaurant in the hood, if all they had was fried rice and fried chicken, they'll be straight. They would not lose any money. They would not lose. Matter of fact, they might make more money because none of their food will go bad. I was just thinking about that. Like they probably can't do it because it'll look racist. But if they were to just put like, we only sell fried chicken and fried rice, that's it. They'll probably sell out every day. They'll probably sell out every single day, man. For real. That's all I ever used. That's all I would get is chicken and fried rice, man. But everybody I know is like that. Anyways, that was random. So anyway, so let me get back to what I was doing. All right, so we got the 2 1/4 cups of unenriched flour. Then I want to put 3 tablespoons of baking powder. Hold up. 3 tablespoons of baking powder. Three tablespoons? All right, so 3 tablespoons of baking powder. This is my wife's recipe, by the way, man. And we actually came out with a family cookbook that we launched, and it hit #1 in multiple categories. It's a trip. But it's one of the recipes in our cookbook. All right, so then I'm trying to see the dry ingredients that I got to put in here first. Cracked sea salt. a teaspoon of cracked sea salt. So I'm just gonna eyeball it. All right, and now 1/4 cup of raw cane sugar. Now, here's another thing with the sugar. If you gotta go to lose weight, this will help with the sugar, right? The main sugar that is in almost every product that's pre-made is granulated white sugar. And it looked like this. It looked like this. Hold on, let me show you. This is how it looked. This the main sugar that I always would see growing up. The granulated table sugar. Now, the granulation process is processed sugar. Similar like how you got the enrichment process for wheat. But one of the side effects of granulated sugar is weight gain. Matter of fact, granulated table sugar and high fructose corn syrup are the top 2 leading causes of obesity in America. And that's public information. So, good news, what I did was, I didn't stop eating sweets. I still eat sweets to this day. Matter of fact, you're gonna watch me eat these pancakes in a little bit. But I went to the raw organic cane sugar. Okay, I see Michelle just joined the presentation. I've been seeing a lot of people register for the presentation. I'm looking forward to seeing y'all in there. Let me show you an example. I just kept this container, but this sugar right here is this. So this is organic raw cane sugar. All right, notice the difference. This isn't granulated sugar. So I made the switch from the granulated sugar to this sugar. And this is another one of the switches that I made where the weight started coming off me. And I was still eating sweets. But I was disciplined to not eat anything with granulated sugar in it. And if I couldn't find it made with a more natural sweetener, I would make it myself. So I was still eating what I liked. All right, so I'm getting a 1/4 cup of this sugar. I'm eyeballing it. Drop that in there. All right, 1/4 cup of sugar. Now I'm gonna mix this up. So one of the ways that I reprogram myself, and I actually have, I got actual reprogramming strategies that I use to this day that I go over in detail in my coaching. But one of the ways that I reprogrammed myself was to love myself more than the love that I have for the convenience of unhealthy food options. This right here, notice, this right here, I really liked these pancakes because they were so simple. All you got to do is add water. So these are way more convenient than what I'm doing right now. But I love myself more than the love that I have for this convenience. You see what I'm saying? Choosing to have that mindset changed my life. I got to ask myself, am I doing this out of convenience or is it good for me? So my programming now is, first it got to be good for me, then it got to taste good. But that's the order. And if I'm around an area where I can't quite get the flavor I want, I'm going to choose what's better for me over what I feel like having a taste for. Because I love myself more than I love that convenience. And I love myself more than I love that taste. I love my energy. I love my clarity of thought. I love my concentration. I love my vitality. I love my body looking the way that I wanted to look. I love having clear skin. Like I love all of these things more than I love taste. So anyway, so here we go. Let me. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get around to answering questions in a little bit, y'all. But let me. I'm taking a lot of time here. Let me get this thing going because I do got things to do today. Let me see. All right. So we put okay. Now we're gonna put two. We're gonna do 2 eggs. Now some people say, do you eat? You know, some people think that I'm a vegan because I don't eat meat that much at this point. But if I wanted, I'll eat it. I barely ever eat eggs. If I do, it's usually just in like baked things. Like, you know what I'm saying? like this. And that's where I'm at now. And I feel like eventually I'll probably completely cut it out. But and that's the thing though, the way that and this is just the path I'm on, and this is kind of I can only help people honestly. This is what I believe. I can only help people in ways that I've done myself and seen the result. To me, that's genuine help. So like, I'm not really that strict on myself. I am strict on myself in choosing the best ingredients I can find and that I can afford. But like when it comes to animal food, like chicken and steak and eggs and fish, if I want it, I'll eat it. And here's the good news. Like if you're like me and you like stopping meat altogether or going full vegan is kind of like, it seemed like a mission. I lost the weight still eating all of these things. And I've helped thousands of people lose weight doing the same thing. So sometimes I feel like jumping too far out of our belief pattern, we can stay consistent for a while, but then we end up relapsing and going back to our old ways, and we end up gaining all the weight back that we lost, and then usually more than that. And so I like to give people help in ways that they believe they can do, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Drop a yes in the chat if that makes sense. Let me see who pulled up in here, man. Let me see. Love this. You deliver a real message. I appreciate you, Karen. I only eat quail eggs. I don't know if I ever had a quail eggs. Yes. Okay, I see the A's, the yeses dropping. Quail eggs. I feel like I heard about quail eggs, but I don't know if I ever had them. Yes. Okay, Sharifa, what's good? I seen you just join the presentation. Is love. So now I'm gonna put a little bit of this 2 teaspoons of vanilla. I'm gonna put 2 teaspoons of vanilla in here. 1, 2. I remember back in the days, it used to be home ec. We used to cook in school. Our children, they don't even have it as an option in their school. I was like, y'all don't got home ec? Y'all don't cook in school? They were like, huh? No. I was like, dang, that's crazy. That's crazy. This is why a lot of us are programmed we are literally programmed into convenience shopping. You know, the easiest way to get food is from a restaurant. And then the second easiest is to get products like this, where you just got to add 1 or 2 ingredients and it's simple to make. And you just get the box, whip it up, cook it, and it's ready. You know what I'm saying? And most of us don't cook like this because we just wasn't taught. But the good news is, every recipe you could want to cook, they got a video on YouTube that'll show you step by step what to do. So really it's the easiest time to learn like how to cook, but you got to be intentional. It's important, man. They took home economics out to push, yeah. It's unfortunate. But the good news is, you know what I'm saying? We're in an information age. So it's on us as parents to do our best to show our kids, you know what I mean, our children, and or whatever. So I put the vanilla in there. All right, so now what I'm gonna do, we're gonna use coconut oil, and I'm gonna use a 1/2 cup of unrefined coconut oil in here. But it gotta be melted, so I'm gonna melt it real quick. Let me cut this on medium. So I'm gonna melt this coconut oil because it's kind of like hard right now. And then I'm just gonna put, that's it. Yeah, that's it. I was about a 1/2 cup right there. I'm eyeballing it. All right, but then the spring water is the last thing. All right. So now I'm waiting on this coconut oil to melt down real fast. And I'm going to drop this coconut oil in this pancake batter. I'm going to whip this up with some spring water in a second. Get that thing going. Jay, I just seen you order register for the presentation. It's love. I'll see you in there. We doing pancakes. Now look, we not doing these pancakes. And I explained earlier on the live how this is detrimental to you if you're trying to lose weight. And here's another thing, like when you making these switches, right? I encourage you, starting tomorrow, starting tonight, really, if you don't have a scale, get one to weigh yourself and get on that scale, right? Every night and every morning after you use the bathroom. Every night after you eat your last meal, weigh yourself. And every morning after you use the bathroom, weigh yourself. I did this for years. I still do it most every day. Because what happens, and then think about this is what I was doing. I thought about what did I eat today and what did I eat yesterday? And then, Jasmine, I just seen you join the presentation. It's love. I'm looking forward to seeing you in there. What did I eat today and what did I eat yesterday? All right. And then you'll start to see how what happened was I started to see my food choices in relationship to my weight. My weight always is going up and down because, food weighs. So it doesn't matter how healthy I'm eating. If I eat something, my weight go up. But then the next day when I use the bathroom, it come right off me. But I noticed when I would take cheat days and eat whatever I felt like, and I would eat the enriched flour, my weight would spike. And the next day when I used the bathroom, I wasn't back even. I'd still be up. Sometimes it'll take 2 or 2.5, 3 days before I'm back even. So this is why I encourage you to just get curious about it and get on the scale every day. Because if a lot of us, when we overweight, because for the longest, I didn't like getting on the scale because I didn't like looking at it. But when I embraced it, and I embraced it because I started to have more of a curious mind as opposed to like a judgmental mind. I was curious, like, what is it doing? Especially when I ate something that I knew I shouldn't eat. Let me see what it do. You see what I'm saying? And then but then I eat, for example, like I eat these pancakes. And then the next time I made pancakes, I paid attention when I was weighing myself for the next few days, and I noticed it took longer for the weight to come off me when I ate these pancakes. And then the next time I made pancakes from scratch, and I weighed myself, and the weight came right off me. And so I'm like, oh, now I know. Once I do that 3, 4, 5 times, it ain't no theory no more. It's a fact. I know this is the way my body responds to what I'm eating. Does that make sense? Drop a yes in the chat if that makes sense, man. Drop a yes in the chat if that makes sense. It's very important, man. Numbers don't lie. The only way for us to really know what we're doing, you use pizza flour. Well, here's the thing, right? I see the yeses dropping. Yo, I see y'all. That's a great question with the pizza flour, right? So this is marketed as pizza flour. But flour is flour. What's more important is the ingredients. You see right here, it's hard red wheat flour and soft wheat flour. That's all that's in this. It was not put through the enrichment process. So the soft wheat flour is just a wheat that's grinded down finer. So it's kind of like, it's just more grinded down into more of a powder. So it's soft. So it's just the consistency of this flour. But we use this flour for bread, cookies, cakes, everything that we use flour for, we use this for, and it come out. Watch, you're gonna see I'm making these pancakes with it. So I got this flour just because I couldn't find any. I like the hard red wheat flour because I like the way it tastes. And it's like wheat flour, the brown flour. I don't like the way it tastes as much as hard red wheat flour. I like the way it tastes better. So I like to get this, the natural version, better than the whole wheat flour, personally. And I noticed that it does the same. My body responds the same way when it comes to weight. So I just like the way this tastes better, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? But like I say, for me personally, I'm a foodie. I love good food. And so for me personally, it's making sure that the ingredients are right is my priority. But what I do is, this is the way I think now. What do I want to, I still think, what do I have a taste for? I still do think that. What do I got a taste for tonight? I think about it. And then I think, where can I get the right ingredients to make that? Or where can I find it made with the right ingredients? And the priority is finding where I can get it made or making it myself with the right ingredients. You see what I'm saying? That's how I think now. And this is how I want to think. It's not like a mission for me. It's not like, I got to eat a salad again. I'm trying to lose some weight. I wish I could eat a burger. If I want a burger, I'll eat it. But I'm making sure that all the ingredients, I'm intentional with the ingredients. Do you use butter and syrup? I do. And I'm about to get to that in a second. But not butter, though. But If I was, okay, the first switch, and that's a great question. The first tray, I just seen you join the presentation. Look, I'm doing the Eat What You Love and Weigh Less reprogram. We're launching it. This is a weight loss community and a reprogramming that I'm going to be taking a group through. It's the same reprogram that I bring my clients through one-on-one. It's just lit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing a presentation to explain the whole situation. And it's gonna be dope. You know what I mean? So the presentation is gonna be on the 10th. So we're taking registers now. It's free to register. Seats are limited, but if you want to register, feel free. I got the link underneath my profile picture. So it's the Eat What You Love and Weigh Less presentation where I'll be, going. It's going to be a mindset training. It's going to be game that's given out, and I'm going to be presenting the reprogram opportunity for whoever wants it at the end. So if you want to join the presentation, feel free. Justina, I just seen you join the presentation as love. I got the link underneath my profile picture, and then we'll keep in contact with you through emails leading up to the presentation. So feel free if you want to do that. But somebody said something. Oh, butter. It was about the butter. So with the butter, right? The first thing that I switched when it comes to butter, really for me, we always got margin. We would get the country crop, and we would use that for everything. I would bake with it. I would use it on my pancakes. You know what I mean? Anytime I was doing French toast. Jeremy, I just seen you join the presentation. It's love. See you in there, man. And so, all of that, I just use margin for everything. Then I learned margin leads to weight gain. Laquita, I just seen you join. Mia, I just seen Mia join the presentation. Claudia, I just seen Claudia. I've been seeing them like, that's what I'm saying, for real. If you do register for this presentation, I suggest getting into the waiting room before the Zoom open up, just to make sure you have a seat, because it's a limited amount. We can only get so many people on the Zoom. So once we hit that number, we can't get anybody else in there. But, Kyla, I just seen you registered. D'Amico, I seen you registered as love. All right, so the margarine, right, was the first thing that I was eating. I made the switch from the margarine to the butter. And I noticed my body responded better to just regular butter than margarine. So I lost weight. And then down the line, and I was eating butter for years. And then in 2020, I decided to cut out dairy for multiple reasons, not for weight loss reasons, more so for energy and health, and I made that switch. And what happened was I lost more weight. So I went from the butter to the coconut oil, like this. I went from the butter to cold pressed, unrefined coconut oil. And what I use this for everything that I would use butter for. And I use it on my toast, and I just crack a little sea salt on it. It tastes better than butter. I'm telling you. And so we're using this for the, see, I just melted it down. We're using this for these pancakes. So I got the melted coconut oil right here. I'm about to drop. And let me get a whisk. And then I'm going to drop some spring water. And then we're going to be about ready to get this thing going. Now, me personally, I love blueberry pancakes. So I'm going to make some of these pancakes with blueberries in them, because that's the way I like my pancakes. So, all right. So I'm going to use a half a cup. Where did I put that? Here we go. I'm going to use a half a cup of, just making this hole a little bit bigger in the middle. A half a cup of spring water is the recipe called for. No, 1.5 cups of spring water. And I'm going to drop a video when I get off this live talking about these pancakes. And I'm going to put the recipe right on that video. So I'm going to post that on all my pages. So you'll be able to get the recipe. Just if you want it, it'll be there. And then I'm dropping this melted coconut oil. Bingo. Now, I've been talking. I would have already been done cooking. You know what I'm saying? I've been talking. So here we go. Now we're going to stir this all up. We're gonna whip this up like this. Here we go. Now I like to whip my pancake batter up good. Look how that look already. You see what I'm saying? Now notice, all these ingredients was natural aside from the baking powder. But look at these ingredients right here. You got niacinamide, reduced iron, thiamine mononitrate, riboflavin, folic acid, aluminum phosphate, monocalcium phosphate, dextrose, sodium aluminum, corn syrup solids, sodium caseinate, mono and diglyceride, dipotassium phosphate, lactic acid, tricarboxyls. Not only does a lot of those ingredients lead to, weight gain, water retention, bloating, puffy skin, skin irritation, eczema, all type of, not only that, but also, there's reported health side effects, emotional side effects. And what I noticed when I started cutting these type of options out of my diet, what I noticed personally for me was my mind started clearing up. I gained more control over my emotions. I got more creative over time. I just started thinking different. I stopped wanting to hang around people that I used to hang around. Like, I naturally fell out with people. Linda, I just seen you join the presentation. It's love. You see what I'm saying? And so reflecting and connecting the dots, I know in my spirit, just like what they say, we are what we eat. I believe it. Because when I started eating different, I changed, man. Not only physically, but mentally. All right, so we got this thing whipped up. What's up? Huh? What happened? What's up? Oh, for real? I over. Oh, okay. All right, so here we go. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a smaller bowl because I don't wanna use all of this mix. I don't wanna put blueberries in all of this mix. So I'll probably make about this much. Babe, you want some, right? And I got some blueberries right here. Then I'm gonna wash off real quick. And I got some strawberries I'm gonna cut up and put on top of these pancakes when we get this thing going. So it's gonna have some blueberries and strawberries in there. Just cause I like it like that, you know what I mean? So let me wash these. I should have had these washed off already. It's been one thing after another. Shout out our daughter Jacinda. She just graduated from high school yesterday. Shania graduated a couple years back, so that's 2 of our children out of school. I remember taking them to Disney World when they was little, man. But remember when we took Shania and Jacinda to Disney World? I remember like it was yesterday. They was little, you know what I'm saying? It was like this big, and I was pushing them around on the thing. And we was waiting in them long lines. It was hot that day. I remember we took them, it was scorching. And I was like, and we was waiting in them long lines. And I was like, man, I ain't gonna never come back to Disney World ever. I was like, I ain't gonna never. I did not have fun. You see what I'm saying? We brought our daughters. But it was like, I remember we got back to the hotel. I was like, man, that was a mission. I'm sweating out there. I'm like, man, I just spent like $1,000 and some change to be hot and miserable. I'm like, man, Disney World got the game sold up. We waiting in the lines for like an hour and a half for each ride. The whole time we in Disney World, basically we standing in line. I'm like, well, I just spent $1,000 to stand in line in the heat. What are we doing? And then what's so crazy, and this how I know Disney, they got the game sold up. What's so crazy is I ended up going back. And after the second time, we went, I'm like, babe, no, for real though, I'm never going back. Like, I'm not going. They not getting no more of my money. It's not even fun. The only way I would go is like, cause I've seen like celebrities rent out the park. Now I would do that. I would go if it was that type of scenario where it ain't all the people out and we could just jump on the rides and clown. That I would do. But I'm gonna go spend $2,000 to go out there and stand in line all day and get on a 3-minute ride. I'm straight. But I was tripping, man. Jacinta just graduated yesterday. I've been reminiscing since, to be real with you. Like, oh, time just flies. All right, so here we go. Now, I'm gonna drop these in here. All right. Mix these up. Some blueberries. I got this pan on. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a little grapeseed oil to saute them on this pan. I got it on medium. You feel me? Now I'm about to be whipping up pancakes, man. Now look, the next thing I want to talk about is and then when I'm eating these pancakes, I want to do a Q&A. I want to answer some questions. If anybody got any weight loss questions, I want to answer them. I had this on like 6 or 8, like it got a little too hot, I could tell. Shout out to everybody that's registering for the Eat What You Love and Way Less presentation. I'm going to be going over how to eat what you love and way less reprogram can help you get down to the, your natural body size and stay there for life while still eating the foods that you love. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody pulling up. It's a weight loss community that we're launching, and I'm just gassed up about it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the next thing. We've been working on this a lot, y'all. Me and my wife and our team been building this thing out just to be able to be more hands-on and build out a community. So you know what I mean? I'm looking forward to this. Can you cook meat with coconut oil? Yeah, I do. I've heard people say you shouldn't, but I've also heard people say you should. It's weird. It's like we're in the information age where it's like, what you'll hear two sides of everything. So I just kind of experiment for myself. Grapeseed oil is good for frying, baking, sauteing, another one that I like to use when I'm sauteing and cooking and baking is avocado oil. I like coconut oil, but to saute and stuff like that, I prefer grapeseed oil and avocado oil, to be real with you. And I also like walnut oil, which is something that I recently tried, and I was like, man, I like this. All right, so here we go. Let me drop this. Drop 2 of these in here. While that's going, let me talk about this. If you know about this syrup right here, same deal. This used to be called Aunt Jemima's or Aunt Jemima's. You remember? Drop a yes in the chat if you know about this syrup right here. If you've seen this growing up, if you use this today, if you know about this pancake syrup right here, drop a yes in the chat. Leah, what's good? I see you. Shelby, what's good? PFE, excuse me. What they do? Sheila, I see you. Karen know exactly what I'm talking about, of course. Who doesn't? This the main syrup that you see. This or Miss Buttersworth. So, I'm going to drop some more of this pancake batter. That's all. And then, like, if you go to IHOP or Denny's, they got this type of syrup in here. Now, I was blessed to have a mother from Wisconsin and a father from Miami. So my mom white and my dad black, I was adopted by my mom's side of the family. At 15, I moved to LA with my mom, and then right when I turned 16, I moved to Miami. I've been in Miami with my dad and my dad's side of the family since I was 16. So because of that, I got a different perspective on the world. And I didn't like it at the time when I was younger, but now I realize how big of a blessing it really was. But why I say that is my grandfather in Wisconsin, he makes maple syrup. So my whole life, I always knew what real maple syrup tasted like, because he got property and with a lot of maple trees on it, and he'll tap the maple trees and hang a bucket, and the maple sap drip out of the tree every year, like when it's coming out of winter and going into spring, and the weather warm up, you tap the tree and you collect the maple sap, and then you cook it down in the maple syrup. And when it's finished, it look like this. This is my Grandpa Lepak maple syrup right here. And if you never had it, it will blow your mind how good it is. So I always knew that this tasted weird, but I would still eat it, you know what I mean? But I just thought it tasted weird. Danielle, I seen the order come through as love. I just always thought it tasted weird, man. But then, years later in my 30s, I started paying attention to the ingredients, and check this out. This is the ingredients. The first ingredients is corn syrup. So that means this is mostly all just corn syrup. Then the second ingredient is high fructose corn syrup. Jessica, I just seen the order come through, or excuse me, you registered for the presentation. I'm looking forward to seeing you in there. High fructose corn syrup, when you look it up, is the #1 leading cause of obesity in America. Then you got water, cellulose gum, caramel color. And then you gotta wonder, when they say caramel color, they use a word like caramel, so it's like, okay, caramel, like caramel that you eat, but it's not caramel, it's caramel color. But then it don't even say what the color is made with. I'm laughing, but it ain't funny. But I'm saying, so you just go put caramel color on there. Is it a caramel color marker? What, man? Is it a caramel color crayon? What is it? You just go put caramel color, huh? All right. But it's crazy because I never really even thought about it. Man, I'm looking for the spatula, the metal spatula. Oh, here it goes. It's right in my face. Let me check these pancakes. Here we go. Bingo. Stop playing with them. All right, so yeah, so I don't even know what caramel color is, to be real with you, and then it says salt, natural and artificial flavor, right? And it blew my mind when I learned that natural flavor isn't even natural. If you're unaware, YouTube search 60-minute documentary about natural flavors. Get the shock of your life. It blew my mind when I watched that. Michelle, I'm not even gonna go into the details, but if you wanna know, watch that documentary. So it's telling you, it got natural and artificial flavor in here. Sodium benzoate and sorbic acid. Sodium hexametaphosphate. So basically, nothing in this is natural. This is basically a bottle of chemicals. It's a bottle. No, I'm saying, like, literally, this is a bottle of chemicals. And then they put syrup on it. But notice they can't put maple syrup. So, good news. This is sold in the store as well. All right. 100% pure maple syrup. Notice in the ingredients. Watch the difference. Pure maple syrup. That's all that's in it. All that should be in maple syrup is maple sap that's cooked down. That's it. Maple syrup is just the sap that come out of the tree. It's clear. It looked like water. It tastes like sweet water when it come out. You boil it down to when it turned brown. And that's it. You filter it out and bottle it up. This is the natural. And it's so good. It tastes so good. So this is what I'm saying. This is why I say, Natasha, I seen you registered. Look, I'm not making this up. This was me in 2014. I lost the weight that I lost still eating the food that I love. So that's, for me, that's why I was able to stay consistent. When the light bulb went off and I realized how to choose the better versions, And I did, and I was paying attention to what I was doing, and I was journaling it, and I seen I was still eating what I like and the weight was coming down. I had the mindset shift from feeling like eating healthy was a mission and I don't really want to do it, but I know I should. That's how I that used to be my mindset. Like, I don't like healthy food. I just spilled this spoon inside this batter. That was my old mindset. I don't like healthy food. My mindset switched to, and I'm still eating burgers. I'm still eating chicken, steak, salmon, rice, pasta, cookies, cakes, pancakes, waffles. I'm just eating better versions. I want to do this. I don't never want to go back to eating what I used to eat. I want to do, this is what I want to do the rest of my life. That was my truth. When that became my truth, it was just a matter of time before the weight came off me. And now I don't deal with that losing the weight and gaining it back, losing the weight. I'll never be overweight again because I've made a choice to be aware, to choose better versions of what I like. This is what I want to do. So that's why I'm launching the Eat What You Love and Way Less Reprogram, to help people reprogram themselves. If you do want to lose weight, I want to help you reprogram yourself. I can show you how to do it, and you got to do the work, but the good news is really not that hard. Because we've been programmed. So we got to reprogram ourselves to be able to identify better versions and want to do that. And when we do that, then we don't have to keep going up and down. Our weight will just trend down until we get to our natural size, and then we'll just stay there. Look, I'm going over the presentation, and they're coming in quick. People registering the Eat What You Love and Way Less presentation. I'm going to break down, how we can help you. If you want to register for the presentation, it's free to register. I got the link underneath my profile picture. Feel free to click it and you can register, and I'll see you in there. And all the details will come in email, you know what I mean? But you'll see that up underneath my profile picture. And seats are limited. Stop playing. There go 2 pancakes on deck. There go 2 pancakes on deck. Hold up now. Hold on. Now we're gonna work on a few more pancakes, and then I'm finna smash these, and I wanna answer some questions, man. All praise is due to the creator of all things. The creator of all things knew what they was doing. I can't help but notice that. All I gotta do is look at a seed and really just look at it. Y'all want to see something crazy? Watch this. Hold on. Watch that. Y'all want to see something crazy? All right, I'll show you. Check this out. So, me personally, I like Caesar salad. If I had to pick one salad that I had to eat the rest of my life and I could never eat another type of salad, it'd probably be Caesar. Caesar salad is made with romaine lettuce, right? If you like Caesar salad, drop a yes in the chat. Terry, I just seen you join the presentation. It's love, man. Drop a yes in the chat if you like Caesar salad with the romaine lettuce. Okay, Yvonne, what they do? I see you, Leah. What's good? Ishanta, what's good? Abby. I'm seeing the presentations coming in crazy right now. Kimberly, I just seen you join the presentation. Yvonne, what's good? So, all right, check this out. So it's too hot right now to grow lettuce down here in Miami, but I grew some romaine lettuce, and it was fire. These are seeds that I got from the romaine lettuce that I grew. Look how little it is. You see them 2 little specks? That's 2 romaine plants right there. So what I'm saying, right? When I'm saying that the creator of all things know what they're doing. What I'm saying, right? From this, look at, you can barely even see it. From this little speck, from this little tiny speck, you get this. And all you got to do is just put it in some good soil and water it with some good water in the right conditions, and you get this. That's crazy. And it was so crazy, right? This came from one romaine plant, all of these seeds. It got to be at least 1,000 seeds in here. So look at the mathematics. From one of these, you can make 1,000 more. And so this is why I believe they putting a whole lot of chemicals in the food to fog up our mind and to get addicted and depend on what they offering and take us further and further away from what's naturally already here for us. These pancakes was made with these was made with natural ingredients. It's the same thing as look at how the pancakes look on the box. It's just these are a lot of chemicals in it. These don't have a lot of chemicals in it. I'm still eating pancakes. The weight came off me. So obviously the creator of all things didn't design creation to make us overweight. That was humans that did that. It's unfortunate, but good news is there are options available. So all we got to do is reprogram ourselves, man, because we have been programmed. You know what I mean? All right, so let me get this going. All praise is due to the creator of all things, man. Hallelujah, Yahweh. All right, so I'm about to drop this. Hold on. Let me drop a few of these. Drop these. I'm about to give these two pancakes to my wife right here. And then we're gonna do a Q&A. Hold on, y'all. Bingo. Whoop, there it is. All right. Babe, you want some strawberries on yours? Huh? You just want the whole strawberry or you want to cut up? All right. All right. Now, dang, you know what? I wonder if you want to know what blew my mind, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to do this right here on this live, and a lot of y'all probably going to be like, what in the heck? So there you go. That's for my wife, and look what she's going to use. I just got this to show that real maple syrup is sold in the store, but this maple syrup company ain't got nothing on my granddaddy maple syrup. This maple syrup, I have never had none but, and he don't even sell it. He don't even sell it. I'd be like, Grandpa, why you don't? He give it away because he got a lot of grandkids and family, and he just give it out to the family. He make it every year, and he just have hundreds of bottles just like this, and he just give it out. All praise. All right, so look. All right, so now let me make a little room. What's the name of the syrup? That's just pure maple syrup. How do I get some of that syrup? He don't sell it, man. But the good news is this syrup is fire. They got, anytime you go to the grocery store, right, and all you looking for is maple syrup, all right? And when you want to look at the ingredients, all you want to see in the ingredients is pure maple syrup. This maple syrup is fire. I'm telling you. The point I'm just trying to make is this is even better. You know, it's like if you ever if you like to drink wine, like how you can have wine that's like real good, and then you could get some wine that's like next level. Like me and my wife, we used to drink a lot of liquor, and then we stopped and we went to the wine and we cutting back on how much we drink. But you know, we would always get like the cheapest wine, like, you know what I'm saying? We wouldn't get no expensive wine. But the other day we was in Tampa and we got like an $80 bottle of wine. It's the most I ever spent on a bottle of wine. And not only did it taste good, it had me on a different type of level. I was like, no wonder. And then I was like, I wonder what, because there was bottles in there that was like $1,500, $2,000, $3,000 for a bottle. I'm like, I wonder what that be like. There's levels to it out here, man. There's levels to it. Let me see. I don't even remember the oh, matter of fact, the one she got, I got one, I got a bottle and she got a bottle. She got a bottle. It was I think it was Justin. It was Justin the one you got, right?
Yeah, can you pass me the syrup?
But it was there's levels to Justin. It was like an $80 bottle of Justin. The syrup right here, man. It's right here.
I need to get it.
Here, I got you. It's all good. We got these pancakes going. I'm about to smash these in a second. Let me see. So if anybody got any questions about weight loss, this is the time to start asking them. You know, like I said, I got to go to help over 1 million people get down to their natural body size and stay there for life. The way I like to help people is to bring clarity on how to identify better versions of the foods you like. So more specifically, what food do you think is making it hardest for, like, what do you feel like is your bad habit food? Like, what food do you feel like is like keeping you from being able to lose weight? Drop it in the chat. Let me see where I can help right here.
Hey, don't play with me.
Drop it in the chat. How can I lose 50 pounds? When I answer this next question, put it to practice, and this you could start right here. How do I order your book? I appreciate that. We got our link for our website underneath my profile picture. You see that link with the finger pointing to it? It'll take you to the link tree. Just click the book, our book website. You'll see where you can click it and go in there. Sweets. All right. Sweets. All right. Perfect. Great. So when it comes to sweets, right? 90% of sweets that's pre-made is sweetened with this right here. Granulated sugar. All right, so 90% of sweets are sweetened with granulated sugar and or also a combination of this and high fructose corn syrup. Hold on, yeah. It came out perfect. That's what I'm talking about. So the problem with this sugar right here, right? We're talking about sweets. Because I'm telling you, and I go into this in my reprogramming and our weight loss community, the Eat What You Love and Weight Less reprogram. We're doing a presentation on the 10th. If you want to register, it's free. Seats are limited, but I'm going to break down how we can help you lose the weight you want to lose. And I'm going to break down our weight loss community and how you can join and everything like that. The link is underneath my profile picture as well. If you want to register, feel free. When it comes, and you know, everybody that I've coached one-on-one, the majority of the people that I coach, should I say, their number one weakness is sweets. And so a lot of people believe they got to give up sweets to lose weight. And I used to think that, but I still eat sweets to this day. I'm about to eat sweets right now. But the problem with granulated sugar, right, is the process that it's put through. By definition, this is a sweet chemical drug, granulated sugar. There are groups of people trying to make it illegal. But good news. All this is derived from a sugarcane plant and brought through a process called the granulation process. Now it's a chemical process, and the end product is a chemical drug that's real sweet. But there's also, you can, instead of getting that, you can get this, and they got these right in the stores. Miss Jackson, Deion Jackson, excuse me, I just seen the order come through as love. We got this right here, organic raw cane sugar. So instead of getting this sugar, I switched to this sugar. So now when it comes to sweets, this is the thing about it. Hold on, let me flip these pancakes. Oh shoot. Nah. When it comes to sweets, I thought I did, but I'm good. When it comes to sweets, a lot of times it's like, if you don't know how to bake or if you don't know how to make the sweets yourself, you got to go get them pre-made. Now, most of the sweets pre-made, they use the bad ingredients, processed chemicals and all type of stuff. But the good news is they do sell options that are made with raw cane sugar, and it'll say it in the ingredients. So you want to look for sweets made with the raw cane sugar or a natural sweetener. And now if you're looking at the ingredients and all you see is the word sugar, then you know that it's granulated sugar. They don't have to put granulated sugar. All they have to do is put sugar. So you want to avoid the sugar and look for the replacements that are sweetened with the raw cane sugar or a natural sweetener. That's number one. Number two, when it comes to sweets, most of the time, a lot of the sweets, for me personally, for me, one of my favorite sweets is chocolate chip cookies. I love chocolate chip. Like if I had to pick one, there's like one sweet thing that I could only have one sweet thing and I couldn't have no other sweet things, it'd be chocolate chip cookies. So with chocolate chip cookies, they're made with flour. So when it comes to a lot of the sweet things that a lot of us like are made with flour, like cookies, cakes, pastries, Pop-Tarts, you know what I'm saying? Like all the little Debbie snack type things, honey buns, Cinnabons, cinnamon rolls, all of these things is made with flour and sugar. So all you got to do, but 9 out of 10 times when it's pre-made, it's made with the enriched flour. So all you got to do is find one made with the natural flour that wasn't put through the enrichment process and a more natural sweetener. Sometimes it's hard to find, so you got to make them yourself. But good news, it ain't really that hard. Once you do it a couple times, you see, man, it take 20 minutes out your day, 25 minutes. And you can make a nice sized batch where it lasts you through the week. Simple. I'm about to eat these pancakes. All right, so look. It's Cooking and Thinking Thursdays. On Thursdays, I like to cook and I like to think. But one thing I don't like to do is cook and don't think. I don't like to do that. Because when I do that, I tend to make some mistakes. I'm cooking and I'm thinking and I'm being intentional about the ingredients that I'm choosing. Queen Nay, I see you, Queen. I'm being intentional, better. I'm being intentional because it's unfortunate you got to be in this country. You got to be intentional, otherwise you get lost in the sauce out here. Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. I don't even know if I'm gonna eat all this. I think my eyes are bigger than my stomach right now. But it looked good on camera. Drop some fire emojis if you'll smash these pancakes and keep it real. If you'll smash these pancakes, drop some fire emojis in the comments. Let me see who pull up and put it in part, man. Let me see who pull up in here and put it in part. I know I'm about to smash them. Keyshawn, what they do? Kim, what's good? Peefy, what's good? Jordan, what's popping? Mimi, I see you. Oh my God, perfect pancakes. Oh man, Queen Nay, it's all love. Mina, what they do? April, what's popping? Shout out Facebook. Oh man, it's love. I'm about to smash these. And now also, here's the thing about it. And I'm not even. Here's the good news. Because this was the bad news. I'm gonna be honest with you. And then, because they used to be called Aunt Jemima. And it made me feel comfortable. Aunt Jemima, like, it's my auntie. Aunt Jemima made them pancakes. Oh, and all I gotta do is add water? Bad. Oh, and they're the cheapest option? Bad. But in hindsight, I'm starting to think, was it bait? Was it bait? Were they baiting me up? Were they baiting me up? Were they baiting me up on the okie doke, setting me on a long mission down the wrong road? So this was the bad news. And you look at the ingredients, it looked like a Bible verse of chemicals. And here go the good news. Made with natural flour, a more natural sugar. You see what I'm saying? We're using natural ingredients as opposed to unnatural ingredients. And this is an example of the way I like to cook and the way that I like to think. It's just Cooking and Thinking Thursdays, man. Oh, man. So, Say what? Yeah, the recipe is definitely in the cookbook. This is the recipe right here. If y'all want to take a screenshot, feel free. This our family cookbook, man. This my wife recipe right here. Bet that up, man. I see you on top of your game. Stop playing. We got the recipe in the cookbook. You feel me? We got this on the link right where you can register for the Eat What You Love and Way Less reprogram as well. And our children actually, it's our family right here. You know what I mean? We got 5 kids. And our children actually wrote a prayer. Each one of them wrote a prayer in the book to whoever read it. And so it made all of us co-authors. And then we hit #1 on Amazon in multiple categories. So now we're a family full of best-selling authors, which is... It trips me out, man. It trips me out, man. Because, boy, listen, in 2020, I was trying to figure out what I was going to do. In 2020, I was trying to figure out what I was going to do, man. When the pandemic hit, I used to promote clubs with my brothers, man. In 2020. This is how I know people could change. You should have seen the version of me in 20 when this was me. We was living in the Pine Island projects. You know? About a year and a half before this picture, I ended up losing everything. You know, I thought I had life figured out. I was taking risks and I had a plan, you know, thinking I was going to get us up out of the situation. And I dug myself into a worse situation. Thank God I'm here, you know what I mean? But I ended up losing everything, man. And we moved into the projects. And the point I'm trying to make is this version of me and me are 2 different people. It's how I know anybody can change. That's why people be like, oh, people don't change. Once you're this way, you're always that way. When people say that, I just know they don't know what I know yet. Anytime people say that, they really like showing me their card like you don't know yet. People definitely can change. That's a fact. So if you don't like where you're at, good news, you can change it. You can change where you at. You know, it just takes persistence, dedication, you know, reprogramming. And, you know, prayer, you know, definitely helps. You know, I don't want to get too spiritual, but the most valuable information that I've consumed to date is the Bible from the right angle. I'm about to smash these pancakes. All right, so now look. What I want to do, let me drop these, put these strawberries like this to make it look good. I'm about to get some, hold on, because I want to cut up a couple of these strawberries. I want to cut up one of these too, so I can have some strawberry slices on here. Matter of fact, this is what I'm going to do. Slice this thing up like this. Slice them up just so I can have some strawberry slices. Watch this. Bam, 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 bam. Stop playing with it. Bam, bam, bam. Now I want to answer some questions, man. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop some of this syrup on the bottom pancake. Some on the middle pancake. And some on the top pancake. And that's that. Oh, you know what? I'm tripping. You know what I like to do now? Oh, I'm so mad at this, dog. And this might sound crazy to some of y'all, but what I do with my pancakes is I plate it on top of lettuce. I like to use a spring mix of lettuce better, but all I got is romaine right now because I forgot to get spring mix. But if you never tried this, I encourage you to try it. When you have the sweetness of that pancake, with the consistency of that dough and them blueberries with that maple syrup, and then you have it with a bite of lettuce at the same time. The lettuce cut the sweetness in a way that I don't know. One day I thought to do this. Look, someone putting the vomit. Leah Thomas put the throw upside. Leah, let me ask you this: have you ever tried it? No, that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Hey, check it out. If you want to register for the Eat What You Love and Way Less reprogram, feel free. A lot of us, we need to get reprogrammed. We have been programmed. You got to look at me. When I tell my children about, lettuce and stuff like that, they're like, ugh. But there's ways to make it taste good. And you got to look. This is the natural option. But it's like, you want to know what's scary? A lot of the food that we eat has turned our taste buds out intentionally to make good food taste bad. And if you do a detox and a cleanse, if you ever do, because I've done like cleanses of 72 hours without eating nothing, and then I'll eat a salad. I'll just taste a piece of lettuce, and then I'll be like, God dang, like, it'll blow you. Don't eat nothing for 3 days and then eat a piece of lettuce. If you don't believe me, try it. That gives your taste buds enough time to kill off the old taste buds will die and new ones will come back in. And then taste the lettuce. And the old ones, the ones that died are the ones that was turned out with all these chemicals. And then the new ones will come back up. And when you eat the lettuce, it'll blow your mind. Watch this. Watch this. With the lettuce. I'm not playing. The best lettuce to do this with is with spring mix of lettuce. Try it one time. I bet it'll blow your mind. You'll be like, dang. D, I just seen you register for the reprogram is love. I love salad. I would try it, although it's not the norm. It's definitely not the norm. I've never seen anybody do it. I thought, you know why I thought to do this? Because what happened? Let me tell you what happened. It was a series of thoughts that my mind went through. My wife made me some veggie spaghetti, right? And she made me the veggie spaghetti with spinach. And there was other vegetables in there, and it was fire. But the spinach was like, it's too soft. It was like too mushy. It was still fire, but it was like, I was like, I wish the spinach had a little crunch. And I was like, let me throw some, I went into the refrigerator and got some fresh spinach and threw it in there and mixed it up while it was still hot. And took a bite while that spinach had the crunch. And I was like, oh my God. And so ever since then, anytime I made any type of pasta, I would have the pasta when it was hot. Right when I was about to eat it, I would plate it with the fresh spinach and eat it like that. And the spinach would still have that crunch in it. And I was like, man. And then some time passed and I was eating some mashed potatoes. And because I was thinking about, when I was eating the potatoes, I was like, these potatoes, like, they good, they fire, but like they just like too starchy or something. Like I was in my mind, I'm like, damn, changing. I'm like, I'm really changing. I'm like, and I was like, and then it crossed my mind, I wonder if it'd taste good with the spinach. So I put some spinach on the plate and I dropped the hot potatoes on the spinach, mixed it up, tasted it. It was fire. But what I did, I got the spinach and I put a little olive oil on it, a little salt and pepper, squeezed a little lemon, a little red pepper flakes on there, some herbs, some Italian herbs, stirred that thing up, and then I put the potatoes on it. And I was like, my God. And then I was like, you know what? I think lettuce go with all starch. Cause it cut the flavor of the starch. Then I did it with breakfast potatoes next, fire. Then I did it with French fries, fire. Then I did it with rice, fire, right? And then I was eating pancakes one day. And it was the same thing. I'm eating the pancakes. And I'm like, and then I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? pasta ain't nothing but flour. And I'm like, pancakes ain't nothing but flour, just like pasta. I was like, but I don't, I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm just gonna try it. I think I said so. I think my kids was around. I was like, man, I'm about to eat these pancakes with some lettuce. And they were like, what? Like all of them looked up like they went into bot mode, like they went to glitching, like lettuce with everybody went into bot mode. They went to glitching out. Like I'm looking at all of them tripping. I'm like, man, y'all shout out. They're like, you are disgusting. They laughing, all of them clowning me, right? I'm like, all right, watch, I'm finna try it. I tried it and I'm like, I knew it. I knew it, man. I knew it. And that's why I was like, man, that's crazy how programmed we are, man. Anything outside the box, man, it's just weird at first. Like, it's just so weird. I'm telling you. Don't believe me, try it the next time you make some pancakes, man. You're going to start laughing, I promise you. You're going to buy it, and you're just going to start giggling. You're going to be like, man, what the heck? This actually is good. I can't do it without it. I can't do starch without a fresh lettuce. Once you do it once, you'll see. The type of greens you eat with pancakes. I like the spring mix the best, but all I got right here is I'll do any type of greens besides like raw kale. It'll be too crunchy, but like any type of lettuce. I mean, this is romaine, and it's fire. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, y'all. If anybody got any questions, I just answered the question about the sweets. Listen, we're launching our weight loss community. It's going to be, group coaching. You're going to be able to get your questions answered. I'm going to be breaking down. We go in the pantry. I'm going to have you go in your pantry. I'm going to have you go in your refrigerator. I'm going to have you write down the restaurants you frequent. And we're going to look at everything that you like to eat so we can make the switches. Okay, switch this out for this out for this out for this. You know what I mean? We hold each other accountable in our weight loss community. We got reprogramming work that we do. 15 minutes a day of work max to change your life forever. I made this thing as simple as possible because I know we all busy and we got lives, man. And it's really not that complicated. But don't get it twisted to think like it's not valuable. Don't get it twisted to think like it's not valuable. I'm telling you right now, the Eat What You Love and Way Less reprogram is extremely underpriced right now. So if you want to get in, this is the best time to get in because price is about to go up because I already got crazy testimonials. It's about to be next level crazy in a minute. So let me ask y'all this, and this is just to get people thinking because one of the best choices that I ever made in my life was to start investing in courses to learn. Like the first course that I ever bought was from Billionaire PA. It was because I wanted to write a book, and he's made over $1 million with his book, right? And I met Billionaire PA on South Beach. Him and 19 Keys, I met them. And so he told me that he had a course that breaks down how to structure a book, how to self-publish, copyright the book, completely own the book, how to market the book, how to make the book make sense. It's a whole book course that he had. And he's selling it for $444, right? So I thought that was a lot. I'm going to be real. When he told me $444, I was like, dang. I counted. I was like, bro, let me get it 400. He was like, bro, this $444. I was like, if you don't want it, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? That's what he told me. And so I didn't buy it at first. The time passed. I started trying to write the book. And it was because I never bought a course or nothing like that. It was just eating at me. I was like, so I hit him up because I had his number. I was like, bro, let me get the course. He's like, bet. I bought the course. I went through the information and then I applied the information and I wrote my book. I don't even know how many books we sold. We sold over 20,000 copies. I know that. We just took 1,000 books to the mail. We've sold so many of these books. We sell the books for $44. The book changed my life. So once that happened, And then I bought another course from him, how to structure a business, the information about content strategy, social media. I bought that, and then I just went to buy. And then after that, like I went to starting to like see how information is valuable, and I went to investing in information. And I'm only saying that to say I did not realize how I had a poverty mindset when it came to paying to learn how to do something. I had a poverty mindset, but most of us will go to college. But let me ask y'all this, hypothetically. If my course, or anybody's course, if you overweight and you want to lose weight, right? If you were to get, information, right, that makes it easy for you to understand how to get down to your natural body size and stay there for life, and you did it, and you got the result, and the course is guaranteed. The results are guaranteed. As long as you do the work, the results are guaranteed. Let me set some context. For example, everybody knows when we're overweight that there is a direct correlation to our life expectancy. I remember the day that I made my mind up I was gonna never eat fast food again. I still remember it like it was yesterday. It was 2014. I believe that fast food was the whole reason I was overweight. You couldn't tell me that I didn't know what I needed to do to lose the weight I wanted to lose. I knew what I had to do. All I got to do was stop eating fast food, but I just kept putting it off. But I was wrong, but I thought I was right. But I stopped eating the fast food, and that's how I learned I was partially right. I lost like 25, 30 pounds. But then I stopped losing weight, right? Because I was eating whatever I felt like. I just didn't eat fast food. I was still eating burgers, fries. I was eating pasta, cookies, cakes, and all that. But I just stopped eating fast food, right? But why I decided that I was gonna stop eating fast food is because I knew that if I don't make a change, and my wife was pregnant with our youngest son at the time in 2014. I was like, I never forget. Like I had an overwhelming feeling come over me about food and substances. I knew I was eating bad food and I had an issue with substances. I was drinking too much, smoking too much, popping too many pills. I was doing too much. And I had this feeling come over me, and I believe it was the creator of all things. It was a spiritual feeling that came over me that if I don't make a change, I'm gonna die early. And prior to that, I remember feeling like I didn't even care if I died. Like, I didn't care if I lived or died. I had got to that point. But it was something about this moment where it was like, I was just talking to my wife about this earlier when she was pregnant with our youngest son. It's something about him, like in his spirit. Like, I believe he an angel spirit for real. Like, my whole life changed when he came. My luck changed around, everything changed around. But I had a feeling, an overwhelming feeling come over me. If I don't make a change, I'm gonna die early. And I'm not gonna be able to see our children grow. And I don't even got life insurance. We in the projects. They will have to pay for my funeral. I remember that feeling hit me so hard that I felt so guilty. I was like, that's it, I'm done. I'm done eating fast food. I'm done. But the point I'm trying to make is, can we agree? Drop a yes or a no in the chat. Can we agree that if we're overweight, that there is statistical proof that it reduces your life expectancy? Drop a yes or a no in the chat. I hate to get real like this, but I feel like I got to. Drop a yes or a no. If you believe that is true, drop a yes. If you believe it's cap, drop a no. I see the yeses. She, what they do. Letitia, what they do. Rhonda, what's good? What they do. Carlos, what they do. Joe, what's good? Renee, I appreciate you, Queen. April, okay. Repec, okay. Everybody's saying yes. Everybody's saying yes. And so this is what someone say depends. I get it. And so let me ask y'all this. If I were to say, let's say a year from now, And trust me, I feel like it's gonna happen for me and our family. Let's say a year or so from now, because of the work that we're putting in and the strategies that we're implementing and the people that we know and the connects that we're getting and the way that we're going about doing things financially, let's say our family makes $10 million in one day, right? And it's like, I say, okay, because I give 10% of my money away. So I'm like, you know what? I'm finna give this $1 million to one person. And then I say, I see you on the street and I say, I got $1 million and I want you to have it. Would you say yes or no? Drop it in the chat. I'm being honest. I'm being honest. Would you say, if I say, look, I got $1 million, I want to give it to you. All you got to do is say yes or no. What would you say? Drop it in the chat. Yes or no? I got $1 million for you. If you want it, I'll give it to you. But if you don't want it, I won't give it to you. You got to say yes or no. Yes, 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 yes. Turtle put no. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, I know I'd say yes. Yes, yes, of course. Yeah. It's a lot of yeses. But then let's say I say, but there's one catch. One catch. If I give it to you, tomorrow you got to die. And I got it lined up like that. So that's the only catch. That's the only catch. This is one catch. Would you take the $1 million? Yes or no? The only catch is, if I give it to you tomorrow, you dying. No. So check it, right? Obviously, right? But this is what I'm saying. This is how you know our life is way more valuable than money.
Oh, why is
Our life is way more valuable than money.
Oh my God, one go out and one come in. Bruh.
Oh, the fly came in?
Yes, I just let one out and it came in.
So, that being said, to get guidance and to have it to be very easy to understand how to get down to your natural body size in an easy way, still eating the foods that you love and being a community, right? Where that's what's going on. What would you pay for that? I'm just curious. This is a social experiment because I already got the price set and I know it's way underpriced. But what would you pay for that? Drop it in the chat. This is a social experiment. Put the number in the chat to where a couple years from now, max, you down to your natural body size and you never get overweight. How much is that worth to you in dollar amount? Someone put $50. Okay. 100. Someone put 100. All right. Someone put 100. All right. This is interesting. Someone put 75. Someone put 1,000. Okay, Melody a little 250, 5K. Tangy understand money a little bit better. Look like it's priceless. There you go.
What's the most?
500. Nah, it ain't even that bad. I want to know people's truth. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, back in the days, I probably would have said $1. I probably would have said that. I used to always want to get information for free. I'd have been like, man, I could figure this out on my own, man. And low key, I did. I figured it out on my own. So anybody can. There's a million ways to lose weight. 500, 8,000. Okay, so it's a nice little spread. And so here's the only reason I brought that up, right? And this is me. This is really coming from my spirit right now. Especially for everybody that put 50, 100. I encourage you to pray and really seek your spirit and think about this. How much am I willing to invest in knowledge to get what I want out of life? How much am I willing to pay for that? And whatever the number is, times it by 100. And force your mind to think about that. So if you say 100, times it by 100, that's 10,000. If you say 1,000, times it by 100, that's 100,000. If you say 100,000, times it by 100, that's 10 M's. I encourage you. Because this is what I'm saying. So for example, I made the biggest investment to date in my life to join Myron Golden's Inner Circle Mastermind, right? I got a year access into a mastermind group. Everybody in there paid a minimum of $55,000, right? So every week there's Zoom calls. I could get questions answered about business. 5 times a year, everybody meets up in person in Tampa. We network, and it's just Myron Golden. He give out just all type of business game, how to do things specifically and get things done. I already got the money back. Everything else is a bonus. I'm already in the bonus from the 55 racks. You feel me? And I still got 6 months. I'm doing this play I'm putting together from information I got from out of the mastermind. I know in my spirit I'm gonna make over an M. I'm gonna make over an M from what I learned in this mastermind. Within the next 12 months, I really believe it, if no more than 2 years. And then after that, I could keep running the place. So how many M's I'm gonna make off the 55? And so what I'm saying, when I used to be the type of person that might spend $50, $100 on information, I was risking my life to sell things illegal though. I'm just talking about me personally, because I knew I could go get it and bring it over here and sell it for more, make a stack, make 500, 250, whatever. But I'm risking my life, I'm risking my freedom. I would make those type of investments, but for information, I couldn't see it. I couldn't see the value. I couldn't see it. Everybody in the mastermind that I'm in paid $55,000, $350,000, or $1 million to be in the room. So everybody in there that I'm talking to paid the price. So imagine, I got at least 30 phone numbers in my phone of millionaires, and I can call them and they're gonna pick up. I got questions about taxes. I got questions about back office work. I got questions about systems to use. I got questions about email automations, whatever. I could call people. And so what I'm saying, this is the only thing that I'm saying, right? And it was on my spirit, and I'm gonna get off of it. When I made the choice to make that $444 investment to learn how to do a book correctly, market it, and I followed the guidance of the course, it changed my life. And so since then I've been paying. Last year I spent over 100 racks on self-development. This year's gonna be more. The year after that is gonna be more. This is why I feel like a lot of us are stuck in poverty, because we looking for mentorship, we're looking for free information, we're looking for a handout. But people that are valuable, it's like, if I give you something that's very valuable, because everybody literally just said, everybody, I've seen a whole bunch of yeses, everybody said, right? I'm not taking $1 million if I got to die tomorrow. So that lets you know that our time is worth way more than money. That lets you know right there. But we don't want to pay the price to get valuable information. We want valuable information for free. I'm talking about people that have a limited mindset like I used to. That's how I was. I felt like I could get everything for free off YouTube. I used to, and then because what's scary is too, you got people that's going through YouTube and getting information, and then they'll make a course and sell it, and they ain't even doing what they're selling, and it's like a whole bunch of fake information out here too. But so that make it confusing. But there's a whole bunch of real information out here too, and all it takes is some due diligence, fact check, look up reviews, get the social proof, make a few phone calls when you're gonna make an investment like that. That's what I do. Because the results is a heavy price to pay. It's a heavy price to pay to live 10, 20, 30, 40 years, 50 years, overweight, lacking energy, having headaches throughout the day, being foggy-minded, don't really feel like doing much, just, getting sick throughout the year, aggravation, anger problems. You know what I'm saying? It's a heavy price to pay, man. Children looking at us different than if we were to be fit and energetic. That's a price to pay, regardless if we're aware of it or not. We're paying a price, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying this to say, oh, you got to buy my course. That ain't what I'm saying. I'm saying to start to think about it, because, I got to go to help people lose weight, but really I got to go just to help people's lives. And what I'm talking about, I'm not talking about nothing that I don't do. You can look at my page and see when I was just at Myron Golden Mastermind. I posted it. I'm not talking about nothing I don't do. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't start doing this till 2020. I started in 2020. It's 2024. Look. In 2020, I didn't know what I was gonna do next. Everything closed. And that's when it got into my mind. I was like, Robin, I just seen you join the presentation. I've been seeing them come in, but it's on my spirit. I wanted to say this. In 2020, it got into my mind when because I was promoting clubs on South Beach. The beach closed, right? And I wasn't even gonna talk about this, but it's on my spirit. The beach closed down and my money stopped. I had like 5 months, 6 months of bills saved up. And I made the best decision I ever made. I said, you know what? I'm gonna take $1,500. I'm gonna put it to the side and I'm gonna invest in information. The first investment I made out of that $1,500 was the $444. And then I ended up buying a course for, it was called the Business Lending Blueprint. And I started to try to do business to business. I became a loan broker. During the pandemic, I was trying to get businesses loans, and I would make a commission off all the loans that I got. So I was selling money. And at the same time, I was writing my book. And I just consumed information. I said, I'm going to take 3 months to consume. I'm waking up, from when I wake up to when I go to sleep, I'm consuming information. That's it. I'm listening to podcasts. I'm listening to audiobooks. I'm reading books. I had a spiritual guidance that I was going through. I'm doing that. I also got it's an app. It's called the Mind Valley app. I highly recommend it if anybody's trying to develop into like become their greatest self. It's called Mind Valley. I got a year subscription to Mind Valley. I think it was like $300 or something. I got that too. That app raw. I learned how to speed read. Jim Quick had a course inside. That app got a bunch of different courses in it. And one of the courses was from Jim Quick. Jim Quick got a course inside the Mind Valley app that teach how to speed read. I went from reading 88 words a minute to over 300 words a minute in 7 days. I'm not making this up. In 7 days. And all the course was like 35 to 40 minutes. It was like a 20-minute video and like 10 minutes worth of, it was like an exercise that he tell you to do after the video. There's like 40 minutes max for 7 days. At the end of the 7 days, I was reading over 300 words a minute. Don't believe me? Go try it. Look up Jim Quick. He's helped the presidents. He's helped dignitaries, celebrities, Will Smith, the list goes on and on. Jim Quick, man, look him up. Anyways, I'm telling you, we are in an information age. The most valuable thing it is right now is information. But when the pandemic hit, that's what I was going to tell you. I was like, man, because how I used to promote clubs, I got 4 brothers, there was 5 of us. We would go out to South Beach. We had a deal with Akinelli, who owned V Live, which was the first ever black-owned business on Ocean Drive in the history of Miami. It was a club. It was like a little club in the front and a strip club in the back. This is before I'd really changed spiritually and all that. But we would hit the street and we would approach groups of people and sell them tickets for a party, right? For a party that night. Everybody's on South Beach on vacation. So we would approach groups. Like I'd be by myself out there walking around, step into groups, feel me? And I'd tell them that, I had my intro, ask how everybody was doing, vibe for a minute, tell them about the party tonight, whoop, whoop, bring them to the club. I walk them in the club, walk them into the back, tell them how the party start here. Then everybody get on a party bus. We had another deal with this dude named Eddie. He had a party bus. And then we'll take everybody from the first club to another club. And we had another deal set up with the other clubs. And so, they had to pay a deposit, and we'll keep the deposit. And then the clubs made money off the bar and everything like that. But we would fill up the party bus. We would fill up the whole club. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we would eat. You feel me? But when the pandemic hit, the clubs closed, so my money stopped. And I was like, and then too, on top of that, I was getting tired of, even though like I go out there and make a rack in a day, 15, sometimes $1,500 in a day. But sometimes I go out there and I wouldn't make nothing. It was other days I would go out there and I wouldn't make no money all day out there talking to people, girls getting slick, guys getting slick. Get a real job. You out here with that. I dealt with all that thousands of times, people getting slick in my face and all that. And I'm just trying to make a way. Point I'm trying to make is I was getting tired of it, but it worked, like, you know. But when the pandemic hit, I was like, man, I got to figure out how to make money online. I got to figure this out, man, because this ain't it. Having to go out and drive places, and if somebody sell the business or something changed, like my money changed, I gotta own my own thing. That's why I decided to write a book. You know what I mean? But I was a little rant, but what I'm saying is, you used to smoke? I sure did. Yeah, I was out of control. I was out of control with that. I really was. I don't know more. If I want to, I will, but maybe once a year, twice a year, depending on the situation. But the last few times I didn't even really like it. I was like, dang, I changed. Did I miss the recipe? Yeah, but good news is when I get off this live, which will be in a few minutes here, I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna post the post that I did while I went in the grocery store. Oh, man, I forgot to record the end of the video. Record this part. You got your phone? Dang! But it's all right, though. I'm going to make the best out of it. Look, I'm about to record the end of the video that I'm about to post after this live right now. Watch this. I'm going to do it right now on the live. Watch how I do this. Because I wanted to show it with the pancakes like fresh. You feel me? Because I already recorded the first part of the video. Then I'm going to record the second part. I'm going to edit it together. I'm going to drop it with the recipe. With the recipe for these pancakes. You feel me? Nah, let's do it right now, man. Because we still got to finish this presentation and all that. It's already almost 1 o'clock. I know, man. Shout out to everybody that registered for the Eat What You Love and Way Less reprogram. Presentation. If you want, listen, I'm doing the presentation to explain our weight loss community and the reprogram that we set up and developed. If you want to join the presentation, you can register. It's free. Seats are limited, but it's going to be lit. I got the link underneath my profile picture. If you want to register, feel free. Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah. I was going to do this video and show this before I went to smashing it. Look, I'm on the live. Say what's up to the live. We live on 5 pages. But look, this is the recipe right here. Notice it's all natural ingredients. I'm going to put this recipe in the description. The point I'm trying to make is this is an example how I lost the weight still eating the foods that I love to eat. I'm gassed up because we launched the Eat What You Love and Way Less reprogram. I'm doing a presentation explaining how we can help you lose the weight you want to lose while still eating the foods you want to eat. I got the link under my profile picture if you want to register. Seats are limited, but you can register. It's free, and I'll see you in the presentation, man. Prayers up, blessings up.
I don't think I showed the pancakes though.
You didn't show the pancakes. Look at it.
I didn't know.
There's a lot going on.
You didn't. You were just holding it. I didn't really get up on them.
Dang! We got to do another one.
You didn't say pancakes.
Well, yeah, I should have said. I guess I should have been more specific. So we got to do a 2-take. I was trying to drop that down in 1 take. This is what it looked like. You looking at what it looked like. You feel me? Let's do one more real fast. I don't even think I'm gonna be able to eat the rest of this. I'm full.
Ready?
Yeah. Bam. So I was gonna show these pancakes before I smashed them on this live, but that's an example. This is the pancakes made with all the right ingredients. In particular, this flour. Notice it's not enriched. All you see in the ingredients is hard red wheat flour, soft wheat flour. Look, we going live. Shout out to everybody on the live watching right now. I just made these pancakes fresh on the live, and look. I'm gassed up because we launched the Eat What You Love and Way Less reprogram. I'm doing a presentation to explain how we can help you lose the weight you want to lose while still eating the foods you love. Seats are limited, so if you want to register for the presentation, it is free. I got the link underneath my profile picture, and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody in there. Prayers up, blessings up. You got it this time for pancakes? Knocking out 2 birds with 1 stone. Anyways, I want to answer one more. Matter of fact, I got to get up out of here, y'all. I've been on this live too long. I'm gonna end the live like this. If you gotta go to lose weight, I encourage you to fall in love with the truth, man. Like, I encourage you to fall in love with the truth of where you're at. It's not, if you're overweight, Karen, I just seen you join the presentation is love. If you're overweight, I really believe it's not your fault. We have been literally programmed into choosing foods that lead us to being overweight. The majority of the options available in this country lead to weight gain. Good news is there are options available that lead us away from weight gain, and that's for every category of food. So all we got to do is reprogram our mind to choose the better options. Melody, I just seen you join the presentation is love. It's hard. The great thing about getting overweight is the fact that we can see through experience. I'm seeing Jonathan. I just seen you join the presentation is love. They coming like this is live, but when I got overweight, I seen through experience that my body can change. My body can change. So I was able to connect the dots that my body changed due to actions I was making. I was putting the food in my mouth, chewing it up and swallowing it. I just wasn't aware that I was choosing the wrong versions of what I was eating. And I wasn't aware of the ingredients of what was in what I was eating. So I was unaware, but it didn't matter. What mattered was I was eating the wrong thing. So I was able to see that my actions led to my body changing. So if that's possible, I could do different actions and it'll lead to my body changing again. So that's the good news. But the only way to really capitalize and really be able to see the results is to fall in love with the truth. So this is why I'm telling you, if you got to go to lose weight, please fall in love with getting on the scale every single day. Weigh yourself and look at it and think about, what did I eat today and what did I eat yesterday? To get a different result, we have to take a different action. So choose one thing from this live that I went over and make that change and stay consistent with it. The main thing I spoke on today was the difference between enriched flour and natural flour. Cut out the enriched grains and go to the natural grains. This was made with enriched flour. We made these pancakes with the natural flour. Just focus on enriched grains. Cut out the enriched rice, replace it with the natural rice. Cut out the enriched bread, replace it with the natural bread. Pasta, cookies. All right, Shana. Karen, I just seen you join the presentation as love. Just make that one switch and get on the scale every single day. And after you use the bathroom in the morning, and every night after you ate your last meal. And this way you'll be able to see the truth. You got to fall in love with the truth. When you do this and you do it for a few months consistently, I'm telling you, it's going to blow your mind. You'll start to literally see the way your body responds to what you put in your mouth, chew up, and swallow. My brothers and sisters, it's not that hard. If you got to go to lose weight, I got to go to help, man. We launching our Eat What You Love and Way Less reprogram. I'm doing a presentation on the 10th to explain how we can help you lose the weight you want to lose. If you want to join the presentation, it's free. We got the link underneath. Jacqueline, I just seen you join the presentation underneath my profile picture. Seats are limited, so you know I believe it is going to be overcapacitated. So if you do join, just make sure to get in the waiting room early, because it's going to go in order of how the people get into the waiting room. But I'm looking forward to seeing you in there. My brothers and sisters, just know it's all love. And remember, I was talking earlier about investing in yourself. I don't care if it's with me or if it is with me, because I'm blessed. We're going to get what we deserve to get. But what I'm saying is, invest. If you're not choosing to take at least 10% of your money and invest it in knowledge and information from people that are now where you want to be, I highly encourage you to start making that investment in yourself and trust that it will pay off. My brothers and sisters, I love y'all, man. Prayers up, blessings up.